World War III won't start with a mushroom cloud. It'll start with something boring. A spreadsheet in Berlin that approves 10 billion euros for bunkers. A tech billionaire quietly buying land in New Zealand. A government official deciding, we can't tell people to save seeds, it'll spook the herd. Meanwhile, most people don't even have food for 7 days. Why do the rich and powerful act like the world is fragile glass while everyone else pretends it can't break? Tonight, we look at the quiet moves happening behind the scenes and ask, are you a spectator in collapse or a citizen in resilience? Across the world, governments are dusting off old plans. Germany just announced it's getting back into the bunker business, investing billions. Finland can house nearly its entire population. Israel builds reinforced safe rooms into new homes. At the same time, in Silicon Valley and on Wall Street, billionaires are building what they call bolt holes, escape properties in New Zealand, Uruguay, remote islands. These people see the same headlines you do. The difference is they act like it's real. So if governments and elites are quietly preparing, why do most people do absolutely nothing? One researcher, Dr. Ellis, dug into years of FEMA data and found 5 types of preparedness mindsets. First, the homesteaders, the garden people. They grow food, raise bees, keep chickens, motivated by independence. You'll find them everywhere, from rural Wyoming to the outskirts of Brooklyn. Then, the sentinels, the gun crowd. They're focused on violence, tyranny, and the fear that the state will either refuse to protect you or forbid you from protecting yourself. The interdependents, the community builders. They join volunteer fire departments and church response groups, building resilient neighborhoods. The Noahs, the bunker and bolt hole owners, planning to ride out civilizational-level events. And finally, the faithful, who see collapse through a spiritual lens, saving their soul, not just their body. Most serious preppers move through more than one of these.
But most people, they never even take the first step. Ellis found a simple psychological reason. It's called protection motivation theory. It has 2 parts. First, threat appraisal. You recognize the danger. War, pandemics, grid failure. Our brains are very good at noticing threats. The second part is coping appraisal. You ask, can I actually do anything about this? And this is where most people fail. In a world of doom scrolling, we see every crisis from Mogadishu to Seattle to Gaza, and our nervous system just tops out. It's easier to say, the government will handle it, or it's probably fine. When your sense of control is low, your motivation to prepare is 0. So people either obsess over one single fear, or they shut down completely. But the real danger isn't just one disaster. It's what Ellis calls poly-collapse. Not one system failing, but many systems collapsing at once. Imagine this. A 9.0 earthquake slams the US West Coast. Tsunami, cities crippled, ports offline, supply chains freeze. Food and fuel are rerouted to the disaster zone, so other regions start seeing empty shelves. The markets panic, currencies swing, unemployment spikes.
Social unrest breaks out hundreds of miles from the quake. And while one superpower is drowning in crisis, another sees an opening. A move on Taiwan, a push in Eastern Europe, a conflict that drags half the world in. One event, multiple systems, all falling like dominoes. That's poly-collapse. So what do you do with that? You can't live your life in panic, and you can't outsource your survival to a government afraid to even suggest you grow food in your backyard. Ellis's research found something surprising. Resilient citizens aren't miserable doomsday obsessives. They're usually healthier, more community-focused, more confident in their ability to handle life, not just collapse. They build skills, not just stockpiles. They plant gardens and plant relationships. They don't just dig bunkers, they build tribes. Because the kings and barons of old weren't powerful because of their castles. They were powerful because of the people those castles protected. The same is true now. Governments are spending billions.
Billionaires are building bolt holes. The signs are all around us. The question is not, will something go wrong? It's, when it does, are you just watching it on your phone? Or are you already building the life that survives it? The strong survive. The prepared, they thrive.